Hi everyone, I'm Deanna Breiwick and this is Fritz. And this is episode 7 of Living Your Best Life with Deanna. Today I am so excited to have our first guest on Living Your Best Life with Deanna. Today we have Jessica Fishenfeld, who is an amazing coloratura soprano and also a certified personal trainer. So I've invited her today to share a workout designed especially for singers to help support your body, your breath, and to help you feel strong for all the challenges that we face on stage and in life. So put on something fun and join us.
Deanna, are you there? Are you wearing your outfit? You promised it was my only condition. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3.
Woo! So obviously as singers, we want to keep the neck as relaxed as possible. We're going to be doing some pretty intense things. So we don't want to start with a tight neck. We want to start with a nice loose neck. So let's just do some side to side, some relaxation. Start that low singer breathing to prepare our bodies. Next, we're going to take this into an angel. So roll down, plant our feet on the floor, suction that lower back to the ground. Hands go in like a cactus formation, 2 90-degree angles. And we're gonna work on our shoulder mobility. So we're gonna stretch up for 10 times, back down to 90. Trying to get our shoulders, our elbows, and our wrists all as close to the ground as possible, if not actually dragging on the ground. If they're on the ground, it means you have pretty good shoulder mobility. A couple more times. Remember, keep reminding yourself to push that lower back against the floor. Great, we have a low lunge spinal twist. So let's get into that low, deep lunge. Frame your foot with your hands. Keep those hips really square in front of you. And we're twisting the spine. So that we have nice, juicy thoracic spines before we even start to put pressure on our bodies. Do that 10 times each side. Keep breathing. And one more. And frame your foot again. Go back into a plank and replace with the other foot. And we just do that 10 more times on the other side. Here we can start to peel our shoulders away from our ears. Don't let them tense up and tense up that neck after that nice rollout we did. Couple more. Last one. Great. And meet both feet together at the top and slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. Okay, I think we're now ready for some higher intensity to get that heart rate going. Start at the bottom of your mat with as straight legs as possible. We're gonna crawl out to a plank and then we crawl right back up. Okay, that's the first exercise. Second, we have speed skaters. So we're going from side to side. If you have a little trouble balancing, you can always tap your foot to the side. Let's go. Inchworms. Crawl out and race back to the top. Make sure when you're in that plank, you're pushing that floor away from you. We're not letting our hips sag, and we're also not keeping our booties up in the air. We want everything engaged. Engaging our core, engaging our legs. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And we go right into speed skaters in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Make sure you're on a sturdy surface. It's a little slippery. So I'm trying my darndest to stay in place. Keep breathing. If you can, speed them up.
Okay.
Try to get that heart pumping so that we can utilize our oxygen as best as we can throughout that warm-up. 2, 1, great. Let's go. Crawl out into that plank and crawl back in and up. Out into the plank, squeeze those lats. Those are the sides of your bodies right there.
I feel them.
These are super important for keeping our posture as pristine as possible while we're singing. Our lats help us keep our shoulders down and back. Keep that tension out of it. And 2, 1. One more round of speed skaters. Go. Eyes on the prize. Yes. You got it, girl. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Jump over that puddle. We're skating down the street. We don't know what obstacles are gonna get in our way, but we are going to speed past all of them. COVID-19, that's nothing for this speed skater. For all you speed skaters out there. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
All right, at this point, your heart should be pumping a little bit,
Yes.
which is great because now our body is converting oxygen really efficiently, which is exactly what we need for our resistance training. First exercise, we have a back lunge, arms overhead. We're gonna squeeze our lats down. Again, that's those sides of your back. Then we're gonna dig into this front heel to come right back up. So, we're working the whole lower half of our bodies. We're working our back, and then we're using our hamstring and glute to bring us back up. So this entire time, my back is completely straight. If you don't have this low lunge, that's okay. It can be easily done a little bit higher up. The important part is protecting our back because that's such an important part that we use as singers, right? Ready, set, and go. Back lunge, squeeze it, and up. Back lunge, squeeze, up. Since we don't have weights for this workout, you really have to do all the squeezing yourself. So make each movement extremely intentional. Put your mind on the muscle. And 3, 2, 1. Other leg. Squeeze and dig through the heel to stand back up. Squeeze and stand. Make sure that front leg, that knee is directly over the heel. Because if not, we're gonna put pressure on our knees and we don't want that. All of our walking around on stage, you kidding? Not a chance. 3, 2, 1, and up. Great. We have a push-up, side plank. So we're working the whole pectorals and the obliques. Arms should be in like a capital W formation, not too wide, not too narrow. Those are different exercises. We're just doing the standard push-up this time. Hands directly under shoulders. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. Totally legit to do this knee plank as long as our butts are not up in the air. Tuck that tush and squeeze it. And that is our knee push-up, okay? So we've got push-up, and we roll over into a side plank. And we push up, and then we do the other side plank. So with the knee, it looks like this. Push up, grip the toes, into a side plank. Let's begin. Push up, side plank, always breathing through everything. We don't want to hold our breath. Keep the breath flowing. That breath energy will take you through, just like in our singing. squeezing everything in your body on those push-ups. Even if you're on your knees. 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Finally, we've got what's called dead bugs because you look like a dead bug when you're doing them. This is a great core engager. Knees up in tabletop, so you should already feel that pull in your lower abs. Arms out straight, and we're alternating arm and leg every time. So this is a lot of concentration, all in those lower abs, to keep everything really stable and slow and smooth. Begin! Okay. Opposite arm and leg. It's a little bit of coordination too, right? Lord knows we need that in opera. Coordinating all our muscles at the same time and moving around the stage. Maybe dealing with a tenor who doesn't know his words. I mean, anything can happen. Always have to stay on our guard and super coordinated. Relax that neck. Only focusing on those lower abs. And finishing off. In 3, in 2, and 1. Yes! Roll it on up. Great job, you guys. Turn around. We're gonna do a little child's pose. So reach all the way out in front of you. Stretch out that whole back and your shoulders. Walk both hands all the way to the right on top of the left, and breathe into that left side of your body. Now scooch those both hands to the left side, and breathe into the right side of your body. Thank you, body, for doing all that work for me. Now I'm going to stretch you back out so that you can function properly, especially when I decide to sing. Let's get on all fours, tabletop, and into a low cobra. And slowly heel your body up to a high cobra, stretching out those abs. Want them to be nice and loose for when we want them to be loose. We work them so that they can engage when we need them to engage. We also want them to expand when we want them to expand, right? After all, we need to take really big breaths as singers. We wouldn't want to be limited by overly tight muscles. So they have to stretch both ways. Great job, guys. And let's do a low lunge, but this time with the knee dropped in the back. We're gonna sink into our hips for a nice hip flexor stretch. Start to slow your breath. We are cooling down. And switch legs carefully and slowly. Sink into those hips. And give me a little over-under, stretching out those shoulders and chest while you pat yourself on the back while you're back there, because you did such a good job. And last but not least, we're gonna do a little scalene stretch. So we're gonna push down on our chest, push in, down, look up, diagonally in the opposite direction. You feel a nice stretch right down the front side of your neck. It's what I like to call the dramatic Renaissance stretch. So we all look like Renaissance paintings right now. And other side, push and push down. And look. And let's stand on up with one big breath in and release it all. Thank you for joining us today, you guys.
That was amazing.